Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open. Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Got it. Stand situation. Let's go.
Now a give right side McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 96, Mike 96. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, 96 is coming. You know Mike 96. Okay, double up. Hey, echo. 96, Mike 96. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Time to go, night.
Operating from the gun, Patterson completes it to Samuel. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? He's got it. It's Spiller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Mike 96, Mike 96. Okay, just like that. Let's go.
From the gun, Patterson eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's got room. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 63 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Monday.
Back to throw. Stafford. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, 96 is coming. You know, Mike, 96. Here we go.
2nd and 6. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Panthers.
Come on, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check it back.
They run with Spiller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready? 30 base. Hey, wahoo! You. Mike 96, Mike 96. Let's go. Ready?
To throw on second down. Patterson looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from second to third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Mike 96. 3 bud. Hey, 96 is coming.
On third down, Patterson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here's Spiller. Spiller trying to get loose. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there was what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, what's the ball? 21. 95, Mike. White 95. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing on second down. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, give me a radar. Mike, check. 59. Pick it up.
They snap it to Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. So
now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Spiller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. This is Spiller. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And the Panther first down.
Hey, exit. Mark 96, Mark 96. Ready? And
Throwing on first down. Patterson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
80 weapons. Jim. Hard.
To throw again. Patterson. And Thomas has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
To number 88. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
The Panthers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be third and 5.
Mark 96.
Operating from the gun. Patterson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And a give this time to the tailback. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 0. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Check. 22 jet bomber. Check 43.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
On the play. Brings up third down and 5.
Set. Blue 60. 22. Hey, it's just me and you. Hey, Foxtrot. Me and you. Mike, check. 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And an alley to run. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you, son.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ladies! Check, 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 check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. An NFL update. They're in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened things up there. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
96, Mike 96. Oh, you got deep? Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Hey, zoom. Ready?
Throwing again. Patterson. He's going to air one out. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
From the gun, Patterson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
They're on 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 29, Stafford. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Alpha.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Here we go again. Hey, 96 is coming. We don't like 96. Go out. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Undercut. Go.
On first and 10, Patterson. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Ready, break. Hey, let's go. Hey, 96 is coming. We don't like 96. Deep rip.
Throwing on third and long. Patterson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Bravo. Hey, 96 is coming. We don't like 96. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike 96. Mike 96.
On 4th down, Patterson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Grady Jarrett. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert 3, alert 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Hey, 22!
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Let's get it.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Switch it. Come on, switch. Pilot, 64, weak. Come.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Again, they run it with Spiller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Hey, Delta. Mark 96. Silver.
On 4th down, Patterson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Blue 60. Me and you all day. I'm coming up. Come on, Mahar, ready, 95 to send. No, check his money.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You got 3 down. Watch 81. Check. Tighten up. 11.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
59 mark. Check.
Now it's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it with Spiller. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Carolina. as his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Hey, 250. Watch the run.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
On first down, Stafford here. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Double right. Joker.
They run, Devontae Freeman. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Results in a 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Rush in. Hey, exit.
To throw again. Patterson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.